woman, you gotta make sacrifices. That's how hungry my appetite is. Yeah. I know my great auntie was a slave. I could only imagine all the sacrifice she made. I could only imagine all that she had to take. I'ma make sure all the she gave wasn't in vain. I sacrificed for your entertainment, boy. I'm Mr. Anderson in the Matrix. Check the last name, it's all facts. In the human race, it's all about pacing. Look at all the ones I outlasted. I'm the one at the end, like I count backwards. Never satisfied, details classified till the afterlife.
Why can't y'all recognize that we all came from sacrifice?
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby pass. Don't spill on me. That's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. At Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lot y'all got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GA, you tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies man, R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less.
Sheesh, I swear this lock y'all got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh, get it, my favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet, who got some grapes? I'm tryna. I'm off both of these. Get it, not complicated. No conversation, get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less.
As we go on.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Vikings coming in at 9-4, going up against the Bengals, who come in at 3-10.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. A gain of 3, second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the gun, here's Smith. Now a right side completion here by LaFell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
This one away by the punter, Dar. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
Bridgewater off the play fake to McKinnon. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go. Right 90. Right 90. Force. Force. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now they run with Mixon. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now, saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Throwing is Smith. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Defense showing blitz. They run once more with McKinnon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And now Bridgewater going to turn and take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Now Bridgewater. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Play action now. Bridgewater. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Geno Atkins in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Ryan Quigley, 5th-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Second down following the run. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And an alley to run. And now look at him go. The 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 77 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. The Jets out to the early lead. Still a lot of football left in that affair, but we will for sure keep an eye on it. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. A dump down to McKinnon. Gets through and now an opening. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90. Tiger. Tiger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Bridgewater to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he puts it through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. We remind you that coming up later tonight, this is going to be a good one. The Cowboys and the Raiders going at it in the East Bay.
Oh, that's old school right there.
Old school indeed. Then Monday night, another good late-season matchup. The Falcons and the Buccaneers from Tampa to wrap up Week 15. Smith now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith trying to get it to LaFell, but it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Smith to Mixon on the check down. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They go play action here on 1st down. Green with a catch left side. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Here's Hill. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And out now come the Vikings. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. He finds McKinnon, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And he'll bang that one through. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Minneapolis after this. To throw on second down is Smith. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Give him 30 yards there. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Smith on first down. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Throwing on third down, Smith. And caught right side, Green. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Smith. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And I think the ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Here's Smith now on second down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll make it third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, Smith. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Let's go.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Tigers, Tigers, be ready.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He sets to fire deep. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Here again is McKinnon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Bridgewater. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there of 22. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Returning it, John Ross. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he goes out right around the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? You go with the bigger guy to try and use size. You got to try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. To the air again, Smith. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st and 10, Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ever Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Smith. And pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montravius Adams in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Sherrills to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the third now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They run it with McKinnon. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Ross on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
On the toss, Mixon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now, the Bengals on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Smith. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Linval Joseph in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Matt Darr now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Here's Sherrills. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Second down, Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Linval Joseph in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Now Smith, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Everson Griffin. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They forced a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fighting down past the 45. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. First down throw for Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On third down, Bridgewater. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. McKinnon. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Red zone opportunity.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
Bridgewater now on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jerick McKinnon with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 21-yard line. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And the Saints have extended their lead in that ball game. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep and you catch him.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Toss play to McKinnon. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. Here's McKinnon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Bridgewater. And caught right side, Green. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Now the Bengals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that will be incomplete as well. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And the back goes into motion. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because